Hello loves, welcome to Fifth Dimension. So I hope everybody is doing well and recovering from all of these crazy energies. Make sure you're getting your rest and drinking your water. So today's reading is a little bit different for multiple reasons. So whereas I normally encourage my guides as well as your guides to offer whatever messages they feel need to be brought up, today I'm specifically going to be asking for guidance specifically from my ancestral guides, my team, okay? For you though, advice for you from my ancestral team. I'm also going to be using Loteria cards as oracles, so just go with it, okay? Just trust the process. So for pile number 1, we have card number 24 as the main energy with El Cotorro, aka this handsome little parrot. For pile number 2, we have card number 50 with El Pescado, aka this red fish. And for pile number 3, we have card 41 with La Rosa and this beautiful, abundantly red rose. So as always, choose whichever pile you feel most drawn to, and if that's more than one, I would trust that, loves. I'll see you at your piles. Oh, real quick, I'm open for readings if that's something you feel guided to. Hi, pile number 1. Thank you for joining me for your reading. If you chose card number 24 with this handsome little parrot, aka El Cotorro, then you're at the right place. So this is the main energy. Obviously, parrot gives communication, speaking, being heard. It could also be there's a lot of talk currently going on within your energy or around your energy, potentially, because I did hear running their mouths. So there may be like a little bit of like stuff going on with just like whispers going around. That's my cat, by the way. Alright, so let's go ahead and see what the other ones were. So we have card 54 with La Rana and card 6 with, oh, I gotta cover her up, not bad. This mermaid, okay, this mermaid and this frog, aka toad, I'm not sure which one it is. It's one of the above. But let me go ahead and sit with this energy and see what the dominant message coming through for you is. Okay, so I'm just gonna say, sorry, I have a pen because I was trying to like really tap into the messages, because this is literally all I can get out right now is land to water. Something about land to water. I see there's a transition, it sort of feels like, and there's something about the transition from water to land, where the water meets the land, something like that, or a transition from land to water. I don't know what that means, okay? So I'm just gonna like say that just because I kept on hearing it, and I'm gonna go back to tapping into the energy because that might just mean something even if for one person, okay? Okay, so I'm getting a mixture of energies, and I'm just gonna say what I was so clearly. The parrot was the dominant energy, and it felt very dominant. It felt like it was trying to tell me something, but I couldn't really grasp because it felt mixed. So for one energy of the parrot, if you will, it was sort of giving me like a warning, like a heed warning about something that you don't see or something that you're not recognizing, about something that's taking place during this transition. And it's almost like a red flag that you've been ignoring. And the parrot is like squawking at the top of its lungs to get your attention to not ignore the red flags when it comes to something about a transition. Now I absolutely am not getting any clear indication, because usually I can get some like scenarios pop up or like feelings of scenarios, but I'm not getting anything, which is why it's like sort of confusing me. But on the other hand, it was sort of giving me like clear communication or something about clearing out, clearing the way, or becoming clear about something, that you have some sort of misconception about currently. But the strong thing that I did get was a transition. I kept on seeing like the lily pad, like the frog on the lily pad, and coming from the water where the mermaid is onto the land. I saw that very clearly. And then I kept on seeing like the water on the shore, like moving onto the land, and I got strong indication about something with water and land. So it could be water and earth merging together, if that means anything to you. Something like that, okay? So I'm going to keep this mermaid covered up just for the simple reason of YouTube, okay? I've pulled your oracles already, but I will be pulling tarot as we need to, okay? So we have nothing yet set in stone with the mutable moon. We have card 25 with deceit. Okay, so there's that red flag coming up very strongly again. And then we have body and soul with card number 5, which would confirm this transition that I was feeling, but it's also bringing in the lily pad. So maybe that's what it is, body and soul, this earth as the body and your soul being the water. Where the land meets the water, where the water meets the land was something I kept on getting. So we have like opposing energies. In one case, we have the representation of water being calm and still, and then we have the representation of water being in turmoil. So I do want to pull, actually, let me pull a tarot for each before I get into what the guidance being offered here is. Clarify. We have the Fool. Clarify deceit for me, please. We have the Ace of Swords, so strong indication about something new that you're about to that's what the transition is. And then clarify body and soul. 5 of Wands. So 5 and 5, that was very strong indication of the turmoil that I was feeling in this specific card. So calming the waters before they reach land. Calming the waters before they reach land. Something about the emotions. Processing the emotions before they reach land would be like taking action on them. In regards to what? I need to know what's causing the turmoil. So I'm going to pull 3 just to give me... Please tell me the story. Explain yourself. So we have the Empress. We have the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. Holy shit. Sorry. I'm so like, okay. Again, I'm seeing different scenarios. So I'm seeing for some of you this being about a connection with the King and Queen showing up. Could be even somebody you're in a relationship with, and something about a transition that you're experiencing that is creating some sort of turmoil. If that's your scenario, the first thing that I picked up on was something about a truth that you're not accepting or relaying, communicating. I don't feel it, the red flag. It may be, okay, however, you're going to take it however it resonates. So it may be a truth you're not accepting about something that is a red flag from this other person, or it could be something that you are not being completely honest about within yourself or with this other person. Now, if this is not a connection, then this is about the journey towards there's a lot of fucking water here, okay? I cannot ignore, and not necessarily like water signs, but in the way I picked up the energy. So heavy water was all I kept on seeing with the original cards. There's heavy water like the king and the freaking queen. There's water and turmoil here. The lily pads indicate water here. So this is about your emotional stability, or something about a transition within your emotional growth that is taking place currently. And the parrot, I have to bring the parrot back in because there's something that specifically wants to be relayed. Let me pause really quick. Okay, for some of you, this might actually not even be a currently existing connection. I'm getting this could be something from the past, and for some of you, this could even be past life if you believe in that kind of stuff. But I sort of got the impression of something that's happening when the waters reach the land. And I didn't really understand it, but right now, the sort of thing that I'm getting from that, specifically with body and soul, is the way that you express yourself. So this could be communication or decisions that you make or actions that you take or something in the way that your physical human body expresses itself in the world, which is on the land, that you're having some misconception, because it feels like you're expressing yourself in the world in a way that you believe. And okay, that sounded wrong. In a way that you know you're meant to sort of put yourself out there in the world. But it's not necessarily bringing the results that you feel in your soul is your original intention. So you're just like at some sort of a loss for understanding where there's why I saw a frequency being emitted, like a radio frequency, and then there being something in the way that once it goes through there, the frequency gets all distorted. So it's like the intention that you set is very clear, and then something's distorting it and creating chaos where the land meets the water. I keep on hearing that. I'm sorry, I'm repeating myself, but whatever. There's a chaos, there's a break in the frequency that you're emitting somewhere along the way. Now, it's coming from that. It's coming from something within your soul, within your emotional memory, your emotional body, that this parrot is trying to let me know. So it could be an experience that you had with another person that's still affecting. It could be past life. It just sort of feels like there's confusion on your part as to where the disconnect is. And the parrot is letting you know that it's coming from within. It's coming from way before in your waters, before the water ever even reaches the land. The turmoil is already there. So whereas you're doing the right thing by approaching situations and new opportunities and in life in general in a certain way that is coming from an honorable place, is what I'm hearing, it's not reflecting in that way. Like somewhere when along the lines there's distortion in the way that it actually brings situations or opportunities into your life. It's not really like the right fit, if you will, because the frequency is distorted. So Empress energy being that exactly, right? Putting out all of your biggest hopes, wishes, desires from a balanced, energetic understanding and of energy, which is what I was getting, right? It coming from an honorable place, whatever that means. Whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, essentially, is coming from the right place. However, somewhere along the way it's distorted and it's causing you to, you're manifesting, but it's like with a misfire. What's a misfire? The engine? Your engine has a misfire? What does that even mean? Yeah, it's like I'm hearing it, but I'm not going to replay the sound. I'm not going to try to make car sounds right now, but I'm hearing a misfire, okay? Okay, so now let us get specific advice for how to tend to this, and then we'll close off your reading. I'm sorry that took me forever, but yeah. I tried. All right. Oh, no, no, no. We're not going to do that, actually. We're going to ask for maybe 2 cards, maybe 3 if we feel we need them, but we're not going to go and ruin the entire cute little setup I made. Okay, let's get 1 card, 2 cards, perhaps. Some advice for pile number 1. Nope. Advice for pile number 1. Okay. Past lives. I told you it could be something that's coming from past lives. But it's deep within your water, so how do you get in there? Is my question. How do you get deep in there to figure it all out? So we have strength. This challenge will make you stronger. You will get through to the other side. Look for the gifts in this situation. We have past lives. Release your past life karma. You are an old soul with deep wisdom. Healing your past lives will raise your vibration. Past life regression? Past life healing. I don't know much about that. I've done a past life regression, but I've not done past life healing. But I'm hearing that, so I don't know if there's anything. Obviously, just YouTube it, right? Nature. Ground yourself. Find a sanctuary in nature. Connect with the elementals. Ooh, I love that. Connecting with nature is actually a beautiful way to connect with your own ancestral roots, because the earth contains all of the beautiful memories of all of our ancestors, right? So yes, absolutely connecting with nature and things, like especially old trees. Old trees carry such beautiful healing energy. So that is one way that my ancestors are encouraging you to calm these waters deep within you. Also, I would recommend you just researching any type of past life healing, whatever. Maybe you might find something that you find interesting, okay? So strength is being offered to you. I didn't get any specifics on what you're going through in life and what the transition actually was. I was just sort of picking up the energy and whatever guidance wanted to be offered from my ancestral guides. But I'm assuming with the cards that are coming out as guidance, there's been a bit of a challenge, and it could be in lifelong existing challenges that you've had when it comes to manifesting, in a way that feels really fulfilling to your soul. And there's a lot of conflicting energies here, which may indicate that you're actually currently going through some really challenging times, okay? Now, I didn't get into that energy, but with the advice that's being offered, it's like they're giving you a big hug. They're wanting to offer you strength in this time of whatever challenges you may find yourself in currently, pile number 1. So I double that. I send you hugs as well. Yeah, release your past life karma. There's something that you're holding on to from past lives, and I picked it up when these 2 cards came out, that I feel like it's almost like when you don't want to let go of something because it's the last thing you have holding on to a memory, and you feel almost guilty for releasing it, but I'm hearing that it's okay for you to release. And with me hearing that, I just got this flood of super emotional, okay, there's grief and mourning that you're still holding within you from something. That I will say that's what that felt like. Okay, I just got like a little wave of it, and it was just a tiny baby wave, but it felt overwhelming, so I shunned it away. But that's your energy, that's not mine. So there is grief in waves that you're holding on to. Like I said, it could be from current experiences. It could be from experiences that you've had from, you know, like years ago. Or it could also be like just something that's being carried on within your soul, okay, if you believe in that. But that is what I got for you, pile number 1. I really hope that I was able to offer you some sort of, I'm getting peace, a sense of peace. Because I do feel like you've been in conflict currently, and it feels overwhelming a bit. So offering you hopefully something that was able to give you some sense of peace. But if I was, please let me know. I appreciate those of you that subscribe, like, all of that, right? I'm laughing because I've not actually had new subscribers in a while. But those of you that are subscribed, yeah, you're badass. Sending you all love and a big hugs from me and my ancestral team. All right, until we vibe again. Hi, pile number 2. Thank you for joining me for your reading. If you chose card number 50 with this cute little pescado, then you're at the right place. So, main energies being the fish. I thought that was funny because I'm a Pisces, and I'm a pile 2 collective, so you may also be a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or you just may be like very dominant in water energy, which wouldn't surprise me because you're pile 2 collective, which means you're very highly intuitive, which is water, right? Let's see what your other cards are. So we have card 52 with La Maceta, and we have card 47 with La Corona. I'm sort of getting that, like, my guides are wanting you to, like, really embrace, and this feels like femininity. Like, embracing, I'm getting, like, super Empress, High Priestess vibes, of course, pile number 2, but the fact that this is, like, a beautiful rose pot, whatever you want to call it, yeah, la maceta, a rose pot, beautiful rose pot in its prime, with the fish also being an energy of abundance, staking your claim to your birth-given right to abundance is really what I'm getting from all of these 3 cards in combination. Yeah, I feel like they want you to be so queen or king, and I'm kind of really all about that. Thank you, ancestors. I'm down. I'm down to embrace my my right to abundance. All right, so we have the storyteller. Sorry, I already pulled your oracles, but I will be pulling tarot as need be. Okay, so main message is about embracing. I'm hearing your God-given right now. First it was birthright, but now it's like your God-given right to abundance. I feel like you're well on your way to this. This has been a long time coming, and this is about embodying the energy of. So no longer being in a... I feel like attacked for this. No longer being in a poor person mindset. If abundance is what you've been working for and you're still like in a poor person mindset, and I don't mean that in a derogatory way, and I'm saying it with a laugh because this is like directly being directed at me right now, because I'm always saying that. I'm always talking about how I'm a broke ass bitch. I'm literally always saying that. I'm always making jokes, and I need to stop because that's continuing in that mindset, right? So no longer. We have card 17 with the storyteller. We have card 44 with women holding a heart. Look at this beautiful energy. Oh, never mind, not this. We have card 23 with all tied up. And then we have work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. Okay, so clearly there's been resistance to embracing this energy, and it's all about fear. So fear of not receiving, fear of not being worthy of, fear of gaining and then losing is all energies that I'm sort of getting, okay? So fear of the unknown is also something I'm getting with the storyteller here, and there being blank pages. That is a beautiful opportunity to write your own story, but it's also very scary. It's very scary to not have an ending written out, right? To be responsible, to write your own ending, that's fucking terrifying. I'm like the type of person that I need to have details. If you're telling me, okay, let's go make some plans for next weekend, well, I need to know what time, first of all, because I need to know what time I need to start getting ready. I need details. I'm a detail-oriented person. Even if I'm very fluid to changing the details as we go, but I at least like to have like a layout, more or less, sort of plan. And it's very scary to not have that, right? To not know what comes next week, what comes next month, what will my life look like in a year from now, especially knowing how dramatically my life has changed 1 year ago, 2 years ago, how different it was. No, 5 years ago, dramatically different. 8 years ago, who even was that? So there's this tremendous fear, obviously, that is holding your energy back from embracing and really receiving is what I'm getting, because I feel like it's all there. Look at all these beautiful reds and pinks in this energy, and the only thing that's throwing off this beautiful abundant energy is this fear energy. But let's get some clarifiers specifically to get more into detail about what these fears specifically are that are holding you back. Now, I was very broad. So we have the Queen of Cups to clarify the storyteller. Look at this Queen energy coming through for you. I'm hearing you sure don't feel like it. Okay. Yes, that's true. You sure don't feel like it. With the Three of Swords coming out and a woman holding a heart. Okay, okay. We're going to get into some stuff. I'm all tied up. Knave of Wands, and work through your fears. Oh, the Star. Reach for the stars. You know who that's for. Meow, meow, meow. I heard it clearly from like Toy Story. What is his name? Woody? Or was it Buzz that said that? Reach for the stars. I don't remember, but whatever. You know who that's for. All right. We have fear of taking certain actions, new actions for some of you. There's new things out of your box that you've been feeling guided to try, but there's heavy fear holding you back from trying. It's like obviously mental energy. I immediately picked up the 9 of Swords. So it's like immediately like your mind puts up a fear wall to keep you from taking those actions. You stick to what's more comfortable. That's one of the things that's holding you back. You have a routine of actions that you feel comfortable with taking, and then you feel guided towards new ones, and then you just talk yourself out of them immediately is sort of what I'm getting. Take that only if it resonates, okay? That's just something that came through very strongly as a specific fear, because I was asking about specific fears, and that one came out very strongly. So, other fears. Getting locked down into something that may take away your freedom. I don't know why there's a little chain on the orb that this, but for whatever reason it's standing out to me and feeling like a cuff, like So perhaps another specific fear that is holding you back, pile number 2, is the fear of getting stuck somewhere. There's a lock, a key, and then what appears to be a lock. I don't know what that means. Getting locked down? Hopefully not the fear of getting locked up. No judgment if you are, okay? The fear of getting knocked up? No. What? Okay, that was so freaking random. Locked up is what I meant to say. That's funny for whoever that was for. Stuck. Okay, we'll just go with stuck. The fear of getting stuck in something that, if it doesn't bring fulfillment, I don't know. The 3 of Swords and the woman holding a heart. Let me get more cards on that. What is this about? Clearly a barrier on receiving. A barrier on receiving reciprocation. The Sun. I feel like there's something that I feel like you were putting up barriers all over yourself. I mean, they may be mental barriers, but I feel like you're creating barriers. I feel like literally, like everything you want is literally standing outside of a little caged door, but you have cages like on your energy. What? Why am I seeing that? I absolutely see a barrier on your heart that, I mean, come on now. You don't even have to be a tarot reader to see that, right? There's a barrier on your heart keeping reciprocated, beautiful love outside. This feels subconscious. It doesn't feel on purpose, but it does feel like you do have a good amount of barrier that you're aware of, plus some subconscious barriers there. That one's heavy. These sort of feel like mental barriers that pop in and out. This feels like more deep rooted in things you've experienced, but you have barriers for sure, okay? So it doesn't surprise me that the work through your fears is here with Scorpio energy, because there's a lot of fears here. Fear walls. Okay, give me a specific energies, please, to make this scenario more clear. What is the message that we want to offer for pile number 2? We have the 10 of Swords. Don't let go of that shit. Stop it. Stop it already. Stop creating barriers towards your own abundance. 3 of Wands. 6 of Swords. Okay, I didn't intend them to be with us, and I'm wanting to pick up energies that way, but no, let's not do that. 10 of Swords, 3 of Wands, 6 of Swords. They're all indicating the release of mental. So the 6 of Swords is typically when you see like the boat moving off into calmer waters. It's releasing the energies of all of this. These are all the barriers that I was seeing, the cages. It's all mental. It's literally all thoughts. You're like an overthinker. You're like an overthinker. I was going to say on crack. Times 10. Supersized. Super ultra mega. Ow, my chest bone popped. What's up with that? All right. Was that you? Just kidding. All right, let's see what we need to know about this. What is the guidance? That's not the way I did it the last time, but whatever. That's what I'm doing this time. We have the Nine of Wands, we have the Fool, and we have the King of Wands pushing through. Yeah, that's not what we did the last time. They want you to push through. They want you that when you're feeling this heavy energy, to find your fire and use that instead. Because your fire is stronger than your fears. Let me just tell you that. Okay, so don't ever get that twisted and think that your fears are more powerful than your fire, your passions, your passion for life, your passion to experience abundance, your passion to experience, you know, lifestyle that you deserve, whatever that is for you. Okay, the crown is just feeling successful. It's feeling worthy. It's feeling like you've achieved and you are receiving that which you deserve. That's what the crown represents. This doesn't have to be you like having mansions and yachts and, you know, like the whole boats and hoes. The hoe. Not the hoe. Not the hoe. I need to stop. I'm out of control. But regardless, like this, like abundance that's available to you that clearly wants to come through. Where was I going with all of this before we got into boats and hoes? Your fire. Your fire is much more powerful than your fear. That's what I was saying, okay? So whenever you're feeling these heavy fears popping up and getting all anxious and you're getting all worried about the abundance that is rightfully yours and rightfully already there, is what I'm getting. It's behind doors, and the only door that's pushing it away is your fear. There's a need to trust in the power that you and potential that you have when it comes to whatever it is that you're passionately working towards. Pile number 2, okay? That is more powerful than the fears that pop up that keep you building barriers, okay? I can resonate with some of this, not necessarily all of it, but it could just be me in denial. The world may never know. All right, so let's get 3 cards, because that's what we got for pile number 1. Oh, wow. Oh, no. Okay, fine. So we're getting 4, because that's what came out. We have the card of awareness. Live in the moment. Yes, this is what I was getting for like all of this anxious energy in like, what about this? What about that? Especially when it comes to what's to come in the future, because I feel like that's a huge barrier on your energy to be worried about what about next week and what about next month and 5 years from now. Oh my God, I better start writing quickly, you know, and it gets you distracted from being present and in the moment. Be conscious of your thoughts. Look for signs and guidance. Then we have intention. Be clear and decisive. Focus on what you really want. Be bold with your requests to the universe. That's where I'm connecting again with reach for the stars. These big ass wings always give me like, no, we're not just flying. We are gliding. All right, then we have beloved. Prepare for your life partner. Romance is returning to your relationship. Believe that you are lovable. Oh, I love this. I accept that I am lovable, and you should too. Pile number 2. Then we have growth. Seek out a mentor or a guide. Take baby steps as you grow. Be willing to learn from others. Remember that you are still a little baby unicorn. Whatever age you are, like, we're all just basically baby unicorns trying to figure out our next step. And we may wobble, and that's okay, all right? That is what I got for you, pile number 2. I hope you were able to find resonance with this reading, and yeah, I hope I was able to offer you guidance. I'm not sure if I did, but either way, that is what I got for you. Let me know if it did resonate by liking, subscribing, and commenting, and just shooting some good vibes my way. I appreciate it. Until we vibe again. Hi, pile number 3. Thank you for joining me for your reading. If you chose card number 41 with La Rosa, then you're at the right place. So obviously the first thing that you get with a beautiful red rose is thinking about like love, abundance, yeah, just really having planted seeds and having something beautiful, romance obviously, but it doesn't have to be, okay? It could just be abundance. Let's go ahead and take a look at the other two cards. We have card 39 with El Nopal and card 37 with El Mundo. So this sort of feels like, I was gonna say borders or boundaries. I sort of feel like you have a beautiful rose blooming. I don't know what this means, but this is just something energetically that you are protecting with sharp cactus fence. Like all of the thorns, there's even thorns on the rose. With all of the prickly, like it's like heavily protected, okay? So although it's beautiful, it's like sort of like out of reach. I was gonna say to others, but maybe even to you. What does that mean? Something that you're holding yourself back from? Or if that's not how it resonates with you, then something that you're holding back from the world, from others, and something like that. With this guy specifically, I'm getting like feeling overwhelmed, whereas traditionally in tarot, you would get the world, meaning like, you know, a cycle. It could be a cycle. It could be heavily holding on to a cycle, but I'm definitely getting the energy of something that, like a lot on your back, obviously, right? So I don't know if this connects with this boundary or it's just the energy of something beautiful that you feel is, I just saw 222. That doesn't have to mean anything, but I mean, with the red rose, just saying. Let's go ahead and get your oracles, because I just feel like this is sort of like standoffish and sort of spacey. It's not giving me like any like specifically strong messages aside from a barrier. Something that you're, yeah, I feel like it's within you. Because my first indication was that you're protecting yourself. But that's possible that it's both. That you're protecting yourself, but at the same time depriving yourself of something. All right, let's see your oracles. Stop. Another rose. Card number 9 with the rose's kiss with obviously more thorns there. We have card 29 with the world again. Stop it. And then we have luck is on your side with new moon in Sagittarius. What does this mean? Okay, so there's a clear message that's doubled up here. We have the world twice, although the imagery is giving different messages. This one is giving me overwhelmed, but this one is giving me like unclear of what's to come and lack of, yeah, I was about to just repeat myself. I was about to say lack of clarity of what steps to take. So this one is giving me more cycles, like cycles ending, but the heavy lack of clarity in the sense of what's to come next, because it may be a cycle that you've been holding on to for quite a bit and feeling the need to walk away from is sort of what I'm getting. Take that only if it resonates, obviously. And then we have 2 roses. So I'm going to have to say that for the majority of you, this is in regards to romance. Specifically with this one. The kiss, okay? The ladybug spreading its wings. Just kidding, I don't know if that has any romantic symbolism, but it's giving me like wanting to be open, but feeling very guarded. but it's sort of giving me like an opportunity that's blooming at the same time within all of this other energy. Is this a love story? I can't tell yet, pile number 3. Okay, let me take a water break. Journeying, I sort of got like this story of this man like having been journeying and just finally getting to a drink of water because I felt so thirsty. So dumb. But it might be, you might have been on a journey, twin flame journey perhaps, but you may been on a journey towards love and not even realized it. I don't know why I'm getting that. You just show up and you're just like, oh, I didn't realize I was on a journey of love, but here I am. I don't know why I'm getting that, but anyways, just go with it. Clarify the rose's kiss, please. The rose energy, clarify the rose energy. We have the 7 of Wands. Yeah, there's a definite barrier. All of the thorns, and then the 7 of Wands is being defensive, but it's also being protective. So it depends on your perception. And one way we can visualize it as somebody being defensive, but we can also see it as somebody just protecting themselves, which is what I was getting in the beginning with the cactus. So we have the 4 of Cups. Wait, what did I get? Did I get 2 cards? I'm confused. Let me clarify. I don't remember pulling that card, but apparently I did. The Lover. What? Are you being offered something that you didn't want? Didn't even know you wanted, is sort of what I'm getting. Is that what's happening? Like you're being defensive. Oops, I forgot I gotta cover these 2 nudists. Ugh. The Lovers and the 4 of Cups. I'm sort of getting that the 4 of Cups, because the Lovers clarified it, is a love connection that came out of nowhere. That was definitely not something, because you're just like, love, like I have love offers. I didn't want them. But then this spontaneous forming hand was just like, no, but you've never had a sip of this kind of love. And you're just like, wait, what? I didn't even know I wanted such a thing. I don't know. Ugh, I'm being ridiculous and I'm sorry. Clarify this other card. Queen of Wands. Luck is on your side. So there's something that you have your sights set on with wand energy that's clarifying it. Something flipped. Something, we'll take that one and then this one. Page of Pentacles, that is motion. And then we have the 10 of Swords, releasing something. That's what I said. We're closing off a cycle of something and taking baby steps forward. What is the message? Give me the main message. 3 cards, please. The main message that we're trying to get. All right, enough joking and messing around. Letty. 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Swords. Oh, okay. King of Wands. Now, I don't know any other way to say this, but this is a King and a Queen of Wands. There was the Lovers. There's the double roses. Like, you're not going to tell me that this isn't about, like, some fiery ass love that you didn't even know you want. There may have been conflict within this connection, or there may just be a history of conflict within your history of connections. That may be the barrier. I want specific energy for this nopal. What is this? What is this representing? Please clarify. What is the nopal representing? Clarify the Magician. Something that you manifested. Look, we have 10-10 again, the closing of. Yes. Sorry. The journey. Remember I said, have you been journeying? Hell yeah, that's the card of journeying. You've been on this like very long journey that's been overwhelming, that's taunting, challenging, that's left you with lack of trust, with lack of faith in love perhaps, or in humanity, in the world, in a sense, in general, like left you untrusting of the world and what it has to offer. But at the same time of experiencing all that, you were manifesting this. Is that correct? Did I get that right? Yes. I was right. I knew it. I knew it. Didn't I say like twin flame journey? Just saying. Just saying. The Four of Wands. All along you were manifesting this. And I think it might be here for you. Is that what my ancestors are saying? Let me pause. Multiple messages. I got, for some of you, my ancestors are wanting to clarify an opportunity that either has made itself available to you or is about to make itself available to you within a matter of a time frame of you viewing this reading, because it's what you've been manifesting. If you've had doubts. Now, I feel like if this is already an opportunity that's made itself available to you, that there's been doubt within you about what this even is. Lack of trust. There's that barrier that's been built to protect. In most cases, the barrier has been there to protect because of experiences that you've had that have left you sort of jaded, is the best way that I can put it. Now, I was hearing once in a lifetime opportunity. So with the double roses as they came out, with the Lovers, with the Four of Wands, with a match of the suit of wands, the King and the Queen, this is like a lot of fire. So I would say like there's no denying this connection. When you experience it, you're just gonna know. Yes, there's gonna be doubts that come up, specifically around triggers. So the doubts are coming from the triggers of what you've experienced because it's been a long journey, right? So there's been a lot of trials and tribulations along the way that have sort of created this barrier that you built to protect yourself, but it's also keeping you from experiencing the beauty that is the blooming rose, okay? So to not doubt that this is actually what you've been manifesting, and for some of you there's like a lack of feeling of worthiness of this, and it may be from certain behaviors, certain experiences, just the lack of ability to really put yourself in an open place to experience or trust or feel safe enough, and that's okay. All right, it's always a work in progress, and it is something that's scary because it involves releasing some heavy stuff that you've been really holding on to for quite a bit of time, is sort of what I'm getting. But I want to get some advice for you, because I feel like I just wanted to clarify that, like if there's doubts within you, like there's no denying. Like, there's not going to be like, oh, well, is it this person? Is it that person? You're going to know. You're going to know who's being indicated, because with the fire that you're going to feel towards each other, this is reciprocated and this is a balanced connection. So it's going to be very obvious to you. But then there's this energy of like, wait, but I didn't even ask for that. You know what I mean? So just indicating, all right? Let us get guidance or advice for you in regards to this situation as a whole. So pile number 3 got my love reading for today. Very strong, heavy love vibes. Fire is also. Give me some advice, guidance. Look, the main one, trust. Leap into the unknown, have faith and move forward. Believe you will fly. That is heavy in the energy, obviously, because I feel like what's going to be a barrier on this with the nopal is past experiences, like your lack of faith in humanity in general, but I specifically feel like with your heart, the lack of trust to allow anybody anywhere near it, first of all. But deep trust. And again, that's going to go with a feeling. You're going to know who this person is, and therefore you'll know who to allow. Courage. You are safe. Fear is an illusion. Set strong boundaries. So that's another important point to make. Like when allowing somebody into your heart, to not just allow them completely into your heart, right? It's like baby steps. Set boundaries and work your way into expanding the it's okay to leave some cactus there to protect yourself, but at the same time, like, set a certain boundaries or set multiple boundaries. And even if you don't know like what boundaries to even begin setting, just go with what feels right. If this doesn't feel comfortable for you, if it just feels like you're just not ready, then communicate that. Okay, have the courage to communicate that and create boundaries as you go. Okay, you don't have to have it all figured out. Then we have sanctuary. Take time out from the world, spend more time alone, meditate or go on retreat. So the guidance for you is to go within yourself. Again, the world is being indicated. Yes, this is a solo journey at the end of the day, right? So a spiritual journey, although twin flame journey, if that's something that you resonate with, is something that we all tend to connect with another person. At the same time, it's really truly a journey about ourselves. Yeah, I'm not going to get into all of that, but regardless, like, a twin flame journey is a personal journey within ourselves and our connection to ourselves, okay? So being able to spend time alone and really connect with your own personal energy and trusting yourself more than anything. This usually means meditate or go on retreat. This is just to help you really anchor in and ground into what's best for you, which is what meditation comes down to, right? Is really like anchoring your energy within yourself. Because although when we go to others for advice, typically it's for the right purposes, but at the same time, like, I feel like we need to teach people to go within versus going without, because as much as we want to believe that others have our best intentions, like, nobody knows what's best for us more than us, okay? That's always going to be the truth at the end of the day. And I know that that's like a hard one to get into, right? But regardless, that's my opinion, at least. Anyways, disclaimer, that's my opinion. But that is the advice for you, is what I'm strongly getting. Pile number 3 is to really go within your own energy, take a step back, put some barriers around yourself, which you already have. I feel like you're good at doing that. But I feel like as far as like other people's energy in your decisions, in your thought processes, in your healing, in your life in general, and what it is that you want for yourself. Only you know what's best for yourself, and it's okay to say, this is the plan that I had, and I decided today that I'm changing it completely and going in the opposite direction. That's your right as a human being, and you don't have to give explanations or or defend that to anybody, because it's your life experience at the end of the day. So it's for you to make what you want out of it. All right. That is what I got for you, pile number 3. I really hope that you found resonance. If you did, please do me the favor of liking, subscribing, commenting. And yeah, shoot me some good vibes. I always appreciate that.